Wake up, everybody, no more sleeping in bed. No more backward thinking, time for thinking ahead. The world has changed so very much from what it used to be. There's so much hatred, war and poverty. Oh, wake up all the teachers, time to teach a new way. Maybe then they'll listen to what you have to say. They're the ones who's coming up, and the world is in their hands. When you teach the children, teach them the very best you can. The world won't get no better if we just let it be. Na 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 na. The world won't get no better. We gotta change it, girl, just you and me. Wake up all the doctors, make the old people well. They're the ones who suffer and who catch all the hair. But they don't have so very long before their judgment day. So won't you make them happy before they pass away? Wake up all the builders, time to build a new land. I know we could do it if we all lend a hand. The only thing we have to do is put it in our minds. Surely things will work out, they do it every time. The world won't get no better if we just let it be. Na, 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 na. The world won't get no better. We gotta change it, girl, just you and me. Yeah. Change it, yeah, just you and me. Change it, yeah, change it. Can't do it alone, can't do it alone. Need some help, y'all. Can't do it alone, can't do it alone. Yeah, yeah. Wake up, everybody. Wake up, everybody. Need a little help, y'all. Yes, I do. Need a little help. Say it, boy. Need some help, y'all. Change the world. What it used to be.
It's a beautiful day in Payson, and I hope it's beautiful where you're joining us from too, if you're with us virtually. But it's beautiful no matter how it looks like outside, because the presence of the divine is always there around us, within us. And that's from where we take all of our cues for life. And we'll talk about that a little bit more probably in the sharing that goes on, but I have some special things to talk about, and I'll save that till later, something I'm sure you will want to get in on. And let's just take a moment to be quiet, to breathe, to be present to this time and the place where we are, and to the people that surround us. God of all goodness, we are grateful. We are grateful that, as a fact, because of our creation, we also have a legacy, we also have an inheritance that allows us to receive good, because that is the very nature of the universe. And so we open our hearts, our minds, we open ourselves in every way to receive that good, and we let go of the things that would impede us. I am grateful for everyone who has joined here in person this morning, and for those of you who are joining us online. We're grateful for this community. We're just a little bit of the oneness that is all. Again, we are grateful, and so it is. Amen. So on this day when Unity of Payson members are speaking, I'm doing the host duties here. I'm going to be the platform. And if I mess up, don't mention it to me, okay? I'm sure I'll find out about it. But we have an opening song. It's one of our favorites. Swing Wide the Doors. If you're with us here in person, I invite you to stand and sing along. If you want to shake a rattle or something like that, do that. I've taken to beating on my drum, but there's rattles here that you're welcome to do. Are we ready for a song?
In a second.
We'll be ready in a second. Okay. So we're seeing, I'm seeing some people. I was going to start welcoming people, but here is our slideshow, and we'll get where we're supposed to be on it. And back at the beginning of the slideshow, we're in the middle of the service right now. At least that's what it says. Oh, there we go. No, that's the other way. There we go. Now we found it. And let's go ahead and play it. So there's a little mouse that's hesitant. There we go. This is the opening we were talking about.
Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. Here we go now. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. I'm not holding it in anymore. I'm gonna shout it out loud. I understand now what I'm here for, and what this life is about.
Here we go.
It's about love, it's about laughter, it's about comfort and smiles. It's about love, it's about kindness, it's about hearts open wide. It's about love, it's about passion, it's about taking a chance. It's about love, it's about service, it's about lending a hand. About lending a hand. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. it's coming loud and clear. I want a deeper life. It's about love, it's about laughter, it's about comfort and smiles. It's about love, it's about kindness, it's about hearts open wide. It's about love, it's about passion, it's about taking a chance. It's about love, it's about service, it's about lending a hand. It's about love, it's about laughter, it's about comfort and smiles. It's about love, it's about kindness, it's about hearts open wide. It's about love, it's about passion, it's about taking a chance. It's about love, it's about service, it's about lending a hand. About lending a hand. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. All right now, swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine.
Thank you, thank you. You may be seated if you're here. So it's time to welcome everybody. So if we can get the welcome slide up. There we go. So I really welcome some people. I want to name some people particularly. Well, I have to name everybody, but I'm going to name a few anyway. Good to see Neil and Leah. I've missed you guys. Good to see you here. Cal and Pat are with us third time, I think. Yeah, so they're getting in the swing of things. And Peggy Elstrom, who hasn't been here a lot, is here and brought her smile with her. So I'm grateful. And if, well, let's see if we can see who's online. Looks like if we can get the whole screen. Oh, let's see. I'll greet them without name. So, Barb, good to see you again. We miss you when you're not here. We have Bobby and John. Thank you for joining us. And Ed Ichek, our board president. Marianne, our glue, the glue that holds us together. Sammy is with us. We're glad to have her there. Frosty, Terry, and Tom, who's not sitting at the AV table today, but here he is online with us. So thank you all for being with us. We're so glad that you're here. We want to recognize everybody, so we're going to do that in a very personal way in the social time afterwards. So take advantage of that time. Talk to somebody that you don't yet know. Talk to somebody that you've known for a long time. And just connect. It's a beautiful connection place. So if you're here with us and you aren't receiving our newsletter that comes out on Monday, put your information in the chat. If you're here virtually, make sure to fill out a card and give someone at the greeter table if you're here in person. We're so glad that you're here. If you're here, well, I want to talk to Peggy and Neil and Leah. There are gifts over there on the table. And so we have gifts for you this morning. So make sure you get a gift. There's some, well, you go over and take a look. There's a store of gifts over there. So we're talking about giving this month and receiving gifts. So please receive one of those gifts from us on the way out. So now, as we move on, unity is grounded in, we didn't do, let's go back one, can we? We didn't do our affirmation for the welcome. There we go. So we say together, oh, it's not showing up there. I don't know why. Here we go. If you remember it, say it, I'll say it loud. We welcome you, we appreciate you. And the slide went away from me too. We love you. Well, we lit a love fest here this morning anyway. There we go. We bless
We love you. We appreciate you. We welcome,
you. And we bless the Christ
you are.
We got it. Unity is grounded in meditation and affirmative prayer. And I know that's a part of the practice of many of you, prayer and meditation. If you're here and you would like to have some prayer, we would like us to pray with you. We have chaplains that are here. Anne Marie, where's Anne Marie? Anne Marie is here. I think you're the only one. Go see Anne Marie afterwards if you would like to just sit for a minute and have her pray with you. You can write out a little prayer request over there on the greeter table. You can give me, my email is right there on the screen, neil.unityofpayson@gmail.com. You can send me a message. We would love to pray with you. What happens is we pray as chaplains in a monthly meeting, and every day we have you on our mind. We're holding you up when you ask us to pray with you. And then we send those prayer requests on to Unity Village and Silent Unity, where they're literally the fabric of the walls of a chapel that is maintained 24 hours. Someone who is always there holding a vigil and praying for all of the people around the world who have brought in those requests. So prayer is powerful, and we hope you'll take advantage of it. So talk to us, and let us pray with you, and we'll pray all together. So we move on now. The theme that we've had for the month of August is receiving your good. And there's an affirmation here that goes with it. So together, let's say that affirmation. Are you ready? Here we go. We are ready to receive. We stay in the flow of divine goodness. We affirm that good is ours to claim. Today's speakers are, as I said, members of Unity of Payson. If we can have the speakers slide. And there are three people that are going to speak to us briefly. They're going to circle around that theme that we've had, and they're going to anticipate perhaps as well the theme for next month. We'll get there. You'll see it a little later. But the receiving is one side of that cycle of giving and receiving. Giving, being a gift, is another side, and we're going to explore that in the next month in September. So you'll hear some of those things from the hearts and the experience of Rick will be the first one, and Claudia Franklin, and then Earl. So they'll speak briefly about their experience. So you get to hear a bit of their spiritual journey as they share it with you. So we're going to have a little time of meditation first. So if you would just get quiet, we'll have a meditation song, a short meditation, and then we'll have our speakers.
If you don't fight with life, life simply helps you. It takes you on its shoulder. Takes you on its shoulder. Takes you. If you don't fight with life, life simply helps you. It takes you on its shoulder. Takes you on its shoulder. Takes you. Be yourself
yourself and nothing more. If you don't fight with life, life simply helps you. It takes you on its shoulder. It takes you on its shoulder. It takes you. If you don't fight with life, life simply helps you. It takes you on its shoulder. It takes you on its shoulder. It takes you.
Continuing with me in the quiet now, as we spend a little time looking inward, looking to the truth of our being, looking toward the good that is there for us. As we've spoken this month, the universe has unlimited good that's targeted for us, each and every one of us. And when we don't fight with life, as the song says, it takes us on its shoulders as it was that universe and provides all that good that has been warehoused and ready for us to receive. So take a moment now. Perhaps think of the greatest gift you've ever had in your life. Bring that into your memory. Maybe it came directly from someone you love. Maybe it just appeared on the scene, matching up with the longing of your heart. Think of that good. And then multiply it. Multiply it times 10 or 100 or 1,000 or 1,000,000. That much good is waiting. As the Christian scriptures say, the windows of heaven are getting ready to open and pour out a blessing that you won't be able to receive. But we still fight with life. So we let that go. All the antagonism, all of the worry, all of the complaint, we just let it go in this moment. Think of what it is that you're being called to let go. And now look with excitement on what you can receive, but not only that, on what you can give, and in the giving you receive as well. Giving and receiving are two sides of the same coin. They're part of a cycle. And we must learn to stop fighting and receive. And we must follow our heart and our spirit in learning to give. Take a moment to reflect on this. And be grateful. Gratitude is one of those things that's going to just kick off that flow of blessing. We are grateful for each thing that we see in front of us, each thing that we aspire to, each things that we believe are ours. We are grateful that we are integrally a part of the cycle of giving and receiving. And so it is. Amen. So now it is time for our other members, if you're not one of those sharing, to share with us. I think there's going to be some slides to go. There may be all sorts of stuff to go with this. And Rick Hinkie is going to be first to share, then Claudia, if you'll come after Rick, and then Earl will be last. So I'm going to hand it over to our members.
Well, you know the old phrase, saving the best for last?
Get up here to my
And I'm first. So that's something. About that, a gift we're going to receive. This way, and we'll explain what we do. Do that. And will somebody be the timer for me? Because there's certain individuals who set a time short, 5 minutes. So somebody wave if I
Get to that mic, Rick, so people are mic.
Anyway, it'll be one of those. Okay, so we teased about the best for the last, but anyway, I'm first. And we're not judging whether the last of the last or the second to the last, but clearly better than this. Okay, all right, so where are we? Well, receiving our good. And I'll tell you, I had an interesting, scary experience in the last week. Went to the Minnesota State Fair, which is scary in and of itself because there's 200,000 people show up every day, literally. And the favorite meal is, my name is Hinkie. I have twins. Twinkies are what my kids get called, Twinkies. Mm-hmm. And there is a store at the fair that serves 2 Twinkies on a stick, deep fried, with powdered sugar on them. And there's a coffee shop there that my son was the manager of. Now his son, my grandson, is the manager of. So we have to do all that stuff together, right? I go home, fly back to Minneapolis, or fly back to Phoenix, and I hear that my grandson has been taken by ambulance to the ER, and half of his face is collapsed. And he's an athlete, whatever. He's taken every single math course you can possibly take in high school, including whatever. And we're going, wow. So then I turn to where I get my good, which is here, all of you. And the prayers and all the other things that went on. And I'm happy to say, guess who's back at the fair managing this coffee shop again, 11-hour days, and that's the grandson. And it turns out that he was in the Boundary Waters Canoe Area, the national park between Canada and Minnesota, for 2 weeks, and apparently was bitten by a tick and had Lyme's disease. And it causes what's called Bell's palsy. And literally, and it's nothing to do with the brain per se and all the rest. So blessings back. I have received all of that, and from all of you as well, and all the prayers that you did. So that's the beginnings of my story. What I handed out to you, a couple things, are these, and that's the other part of the long sharing, the long receiving that I get, and that is being able to give with like-minded folks like you to others. Small thing this morning, I'm coming this way, a truck's coming this way, and near my house, there's a narrow area where you can't get 2 cars through. So we're like this. So I just backed up. I'm not trying to be the hero, I just decided to back up. And so that's just the kind of little teeny weeny stuff that happens. And that's what these are about here. Kindness, this is about. Neil and I are co-founders along with others, and many of the people in this room have given hugely to the kindnessworksforall.org team. No politics. It's sponsored and kind of managed by Unity, but it's not exclusive, like, oh, well, you're not one of us, so therefore we don't, that ain't us at all. It's all about the kindness. So what I passed out to you here briefly was, I found these useful. I need to follow these. I'll use the term religiously, but the very first one is make as many acts of kindness as you can. And for those folks online, we will get this list to you. And I'll quickly focus on gratitude, experience nature, reframe negative events to find the silver lining, those kinds of things. But I just thought, oh my gosh, I didn't do this until last night. So huge, huge contribution. Thank you all, thank you all. So anyway, it's there, and it's just one of those things where you can kind of just tick along. And we were sharing back and forth about our church experiences back at here before we got going. And many of us have been part of different organizations over time, different points of view, different issues. But the key is there is love in this room, and the focus isn't selfish. It's about giving back. So when we talk about unity, giving back, we're not exactly wealthy when it comes to the cash, the whatever, but giving from our hearts, giving in terms of service, giving in terms of creating services, and people just know that. They just know that, and they can count on us to do that. So that's the kind of spirit. That's how I receive from all of you. So I thank you for that. Appreciate it. Got more of these.
I'm sure glad to be here. Thank you. I want to begin by telling you that I am not irresponsible financially. I am extremely careful and at times guarded and do very well with the checking account, except for now and then. And this week was one of those now and thens. And I was online and I came across an ad for a little bitty cooler. They say it's going to cool your room in 5 minutes. And I thought, wow, now that sounds something I'm interested in. So I opened it up and looked at this and got completely taken with it. I'm going to, by late afternoon, I'm sitting in my recliner and I get really warm. I have to cool the whole house down. And I'm thinking that would just really work for me. So I ordered one. Opened it up, read about it, ordered one. And then it said, for $19 more, you can get another one. And I thought, hey, there we go. I'm going to get another one for $19 more. So then it said, you've just ordered 2. And I said, yes, I have. And then they said, well, congratulations, you just ordered 4. So now I've ordered 4 of them. Well, I don't know. Ordinarily, I would have really gotten annoyed and decided they had taken advantage of me. They knew what they were doing. And I thought, well, let's think about this for a minute. And it was, I had just ordered 4 of these little coolers. Oh, okay. Well, a couple of months ago, I will tell you that I had something truly fraudulent come through my bank account. So I had to shut down my bank account and all the cards and all the utilities I paid automatically and the contributions, and I had to renew. Had to wait 10 days before I could use that account again, and blah, blah, blah. And I thought, I'm not going through that again. So I bought 4 little coolers. And I thought, well, now what? Well, okay, so for a couple days later, they show up. And I started giving them away. I gave one to a friend. I would say Merry Christmas and give them a cooler, and they were delighted to get this little cooler. And then I went back to give I had mentioned to one of my friends, the one who was right across the yard from me, that she had this coming. She said, oh, thank goodness, I really need it upstairs. So anyway, I went back to give it to her and realized there had been only 3 in this package. Now, I think either there had only been 3 or somebody snuck in and took one, but I had only now 3 to give away. And I'm thinking, there's nothing lost in the universe. It's going to appear at some point that well, anyway, I had to swallow hard and give away the 3rd, and now I didn't have one. So and I'm thinking, have I been taken advantage of? I said, no, I just really had such a kick out of giving Christmas presents at the end of August. And I said, okay, this really works for me, and everybody was delighted with it, but I didn't have one. Last night, I went to dinner with the one who got the final recipient, and she said, it's just not cool in the room. I expected it to cool, so I'm going to give it back to you. So I ended up with that one anyway. So anyway, that was fun. I want you to know that swallowing hard and saying, well, what in the world? Do I get angry? Do I shut down my accounts again? And I could really foster some anger around that. Or do I think this is funny? You see, I am convinced that there is a higher power. The universe has a wonderful sense of humor. And this involves that universal sense of humor, I am sure. Anyway, I told you that she's giving one back to me, so I'll have that probably later today. And I just want you to know the joy I had giving Christmas presents. And the whole thing ended up being a kind of a fun experience. Know that with me, if you would, that I could have gotten out of shape like mad over that whole thing, but it turned out to be a delight. Know that with me, and thank you so much.
I originally had this planned, so I was just going to be back there and do this anyway. So just say yes. So that's been kind of the theme all month. So I just thought about that. And then when I was up, I had an experience when I was up visiting my kids up in Oregon. So if you switch to the next one. So how do you feel today? What? I couldn't hear you. Okay. So let's feel better. That's what this is kind of about. And so let's explore that. And actually, that was one of my happy places. Sorry. That was one of my happy places. That's actually the Wright Brothers bicycle shop. And then it was just, I love bicycles. I love the Wright Brothers. I love science. And it was just one of the most beautiful things I'd ever seen. Anyways, next one. So what we do with our body, did I hear something? So
we don't see anything on the screen, Earl.
Oh, okay, hold on. You're not seeing the PowerPoint?
No, we just see the desktop.
Hold on, she's checking it.
Oh, I see. Never mind. Yeah.
Is it up now?
Yes.
Okay. What we do with our body affects the body and the mind. We get rewarded for chemicals that makes us feel good. We know those, endorphins and stuff. Exercise, procrastination, food, music, relationship, all that plays parts. Oxytocin, when we're doing that. Next slide. So, option 1, not the preferred option. The brain is rewarded for not doing something by experiencing the relief and reduced stress that comes from avoiding an unpleasant task. I didn't really realize this until I started looking into this thing. It strengthens the neural pathway for procrastination and short-term comfort. This avoidance is reinforced by the brain's natural tendency to prefer immediate gratification and avoid effort, leading to unconscious reward that makes you want to repeat the avoidance behavior or procrastination. Next one, please. And that's the dopamine pathway. So you see all those dopamine pathways. But did you know, you can go to the next one, please. So just 2 minutes of meditation offers benefits like stress reduction, improved focus, increased self-awareness, and a calmer, more positive outlook. Just 2 minutes resets the nervous system, reduces the production of the stress hormone cortisol, and can even enhance decision-making abilities. Consistent short-term practices can lead to sustained improvements in mental and emotional well-being over time. Consistency is the key. It's my happy spot up on the rim. And that's an old picture of me when I had really long hair. So what I wanted to just share a little bit here is, so we know what the brain does, and we know what it does for doing something and not doing something. But go ahead and go to the next one. So the key is to start with baby steps. If we took the attitude of a child, and how many know that when a child wants to do something, they get it done, and just said, yes, I can do that. Baby steps. Don't stop. Do like a baby. When it says, I want those stairs, it figures out a way to get up there. 2 minutes, twice a day. Once in the morning, once in the evening. Meditate. Don't change it yet, though. So that's it. Most of us think that meditation needs to be really long. How many people, you go to a meditation class, we're going to do 20 to 30 minutes, and you sit there and you go, oh my goodness. But what I'm going to share here real quick is, I looked this up, and there was a doctor, and he actually goes under an MRI, and he shows that at about 1 minute and 50 seconds, his brain chemistry completely changes. It all goes into the parts that do all the things that he does it. So he's like this doctor that was a brain surgeon, but now his big goal is to show people that just 2 minutes a day, if it's done every day, can change your life. Now you can go. So what if you're not good at meditation? Procrastinate. Practice is the key. Concentrate on a blue elephant. That sometimes works. The one I like better, concentrate on what it looks like between the ever-changing thoughts. I first learned that one from Deepak Chopra. And if you can't, just hum. We all know how to just go, hum. Next one. For life, Crystal is always saying this when we go hiking, for life we'll find a way. And I don't know if you can see, in the middle of that big rock is a tree coming out of the middle of it. So, and I like my acronyms. So I created one called Yonder Emanates Success. What? Go ahead. For what? Oh, can you change that over so I can see that? Thank you. For what is success but the willingness to see something through? To dream and wake with a goal, with a choice to take action or not. knowing that you listen to God, and more importantly, your heart. And no matter if you finished or not, you know you made progress, for success is not perfection. Next slide. Success is saying yes to God, yourself. Whoops, one too many. To God, yourself, and the world, knowing that you did not reward those parts of the brain for avoiding something, rather for simply saying yes. That's a picture when I I was on Orange Beach, and I finally caught a wave and actually did a full wave in on just just body surfing, and I came back like that. And somebody had my camera, and that's what they took a picture of me. I love that picture. It always reminds me of that moment. Last slide. So, may you have the most beautiful day of your own choosing. And I threw in this one because I love it. It's like, wow, that climb was a killer workout. And he's talking to the guru, and he says, exercise gives you physical fitness, which helps bring you wellness. How do you stay fit if you sit up here on the mountain all day? He says, I commute. Why I love that is because it only takes a little bit every day to get what you need. May you have the most beautiful day of your own choosing. That's it.
Wow, those shares are all really different and great. Thank you, Rick, for challenging us to be grateful, to gather the support of the community around us, to expect good things, and then to turn around and invest ourselves in giving as well. Thank you for that. And Claudia, what a lovely story. The story of something that could have gone sideways really quick, turning into something where you experience the goodness of God within you in a very unique way. Thanks for that story. And then you went a totally different direction. Say yes, and you took us into meditation. How that's a very affirmative way of saying yes to the universe. Thank you all. Thank you all. So there's your different morning this morning. I think we'll go on now. We're going to take, if we get the next slide, time to consider our offerings, the giving that we do with financially, which supports the Unity of Payson. And Unity of Payson is grateful for all of your gifts that allow us to continue to share together and to build and make community, and then to share outside of that community with others as well. So there are slides that tell you, first of all, there's a basket back there. At any time you can put your contribution in that basket. And if you're online, or if you would like to do a sustaining gift, something that just happens on a regular basis, that you want to support us in that way, go online. As the slides are indicating here, there's a donate button at unityofpayson.org. And there's also a way you can text by using Give Lively, and the slides indicate that. So if you're with us online, or you want to use this mechanism to make your contribution, please do. And as you consider that, and as you make your gift, we'll go ahead and have a song for our kind of what we call our special music. So let's go ahead with that.
Listen as your day unfolds, challenge what the future holds, try and keep your head up to the sky. Lovers, they may cause you tears. Go ahead, release your fears. Stand up and be counted. Don't be ashamed to cry. You gotta be bad. You gotta be bold. You gotta be wiser. You gotta be hard. You gotta be tough. You gotta be stronger. You gotta be cool. You gotta be calm. You gotta stay together. All I know, love will save the day. Heard what your mother said, read the books your father read, trying to solve the puzzles in your own sweet time. Some may have more cash than you, others take a different view. Oh my, yeah. You gotta be bad, you gotta be bold, you gotta be wiser. You gotta be hard, you gotta be tough, you gotta be stronger. You gotta be cool, you gotta be calm, you gotta stay together. All I know, love will save the day. Time asks no questions, it goes on without you. Leaving you behind with you to the place. Love keeps on standing, can't stop it, if you try to. Yes, I will stay just staring in the face. Remember, listen as your day unfolds. Challenge what the future holds. Trying to keep your head up to the sky. Lovers, they may cause you tears. Go ahead, release your fears. My, oh my, yeah. You gotta be bad, you gotta be bold, you gotta be wiser. You gotta be hard, you gotta be tough, you gotta be stronger. You gotta be cool, you gotta be calm, you gotta stay together. All I know, love will save the day. You gotta be bad, you gotta be bold, you gotta be wiser. You gotta be hard, you gotta be tough, you gotta be stronger. You gotta be cool, you gotta be calm, you gotta stay together. All I know, love will save the day. You got to be bold, you got to be bad, you got to be wise. Run out of sight, got to be hard, got to too hard. You gotta be wiser. You gotta be hard. You gotta be tough. You gotta be stronger. You gotta be cool. You gotta be cool. You gotta stay together. You gotta be bad. You gotta be bold. You gotta be wiser. You gotta be hard. You gotta be tough. You gotta be strong.
Again, Unity of Payson thanks you for your gifts to this ministry. We're going to have a new theme. Living by giving. Living by giving. This is the other side of that. We talked about receiving. Now we're going to go to giving. And we got some very special things that they're going to be a part of that, and I hope you'll be able to take advantage of it. Next Sunday will be me, and you are uniquely gifted, meaning you've received, you've appropriated to yourself, but you're going to gift. You're going to give that on. Come see what that's all about next week. I'm looking forward to putting it all together, and I'm looking forward to you being here to share it with me. Then we do have some other upcoming events, and we want to highlight them. First of all, go ahead and give us the next slide. A Course in Miracles. This is a group that's been there for a long time. If you're interested in the course, do join us on Zoom at 3:30. It's the first and third Tuesday of the month that we have this. It's a discussion-oriented group. It's not really a didactic thing. And for us who have been regular at that, it's been very meaningful. If you want to join us, we'd be delighted to see you joining us. If you don't have A Course in Miracles book, the Unity Payson bookstore has a whole bunch of them on the bottom shelf. You can take one out.
It's a library.
That's a library. Okay, yeah, that's what they call it. And next, we have Morning Cafe. If you have not tried Morning Cafe on Saturday, you have missed something. It's just a wonderful time, just a half an hour, just a wonderful time of sharing. We read the daily word, and we reflect on it, and we bring ourselves to that time. It's a wonderful time to share. 5 or 6 of us sometimes. We'd like to see a few more. Extend that community a little bit. Morning Cafe. And then, of course, Saturday Soul Boost. Thanks to you yesterday who joined for Soul Boost. That was a great time. We just kind of did an overall thinking, and I get so much from people there who share. I'm glad we have the opportunity on the 5th Sunday for people of our congregation to share, because we hear different things, different wisdom, and I'm grateful for that. And you're going to hear some wisdom if you come and share with us on Saturday Soul Boost, and you may even impart some as well. And the next slide. Here's what we have to go with our theme in the month of September. We're going to do, you know how we've been doing a little discussion afterwards? We take a little break, 10 minutes or so, and then we come back to discuss. We're going to extend that time to 45 minutes, and we're going to do essentially a class on discovering our divine gifts. You can see how it's kind of laid out there. I'll let you do the reading on it. All 4 Sundays we will have this class, and if you really think you know your gifts, that's good, but you might find out that there's a little something that you discovered that you didn't know about yourself. Now, there is inventory of gifts that'll help you with that. And if you want to come to the class, number 1, there's a sign-up sheet over there. I'd like to know that you want to come. So it'll be just after church, probably about 11:10, 11:15. It'll start and go for 45 minutes. Take with you an inventory of the gifts. If you can't, we're going to email it to everybody that's part of the class anyway. And you can print it out yourself, or you can take a printed copy, which I have here, which we'll put on the welcome table. I really want to see you be a part of this. It'll be both in person for people who are here, and it'll be virtual as well, as we've done with our Soul Connection after the messages. Today we will not do Soul Connection. We'll just do a lot of socializing and connecting with each other. So I will look forward to that.
Reverend Neil?
Yes.
This is the time to ask the virtual folks to put their name and email in the chat if they want to attend.
Thank you, Donna. Did you get that, everybody who's with us online? If you want to attend, put your name and contact information in the chat so that we can send you out the material and you'll be ready to jump in with us next week. So if you know how to do the chat, pretty easy. Just pull down the chat and write a little message. We'll get it. And if not, you can always get a hold of me and say, I want to do this. Let me get the materials that you're going to be using. So I'm looking forward to this a whole lot, and I hope you'll be there with us.
You can also raise your virtual hand, and I will write your name down on my list.
So Donna is hosting online. So if you're online and you want to just raise your hand or raise your virtual hand, Donna will know. Do you know what that is, raising your virtual hand? Well, if you don't worry about it.
You go to React on the bottom toolbar, and there's a little raised hand, and you click on that.
There you go. Now you have your
looks like this. Frosty has put her email in the chat.
All right. We have people getting active, and I really appreciate that. Particularly those of you who are with us virtually. We love the time when we can interact with each other, and these classes will be an interactive thing. So you will be hearing people that are online and maybe in Alabama or Colorado or wherever, North Carolina, but they'll be here with us. And it's nice to have a community that we can draw together, bring together in that way. So I don't have any other PSs. That was my PS. So it's now time for us to complete our service. We'll say the prayer of protection as we always do and sing the peace song again. So if you'll join me and stand here in person, and together we'll say the prayer for protection and then the peace song and then lots of socializing. I want to see lots of socializing. Here we go. Together. The light of God surrounds us. I am light. The love of God enfolds us. I am love. The power of God protects us. I am power. And the presence of God watches over us. I am presence. Wherever we are, God is and all is well. And the peace song, if you want to grab somebody's hand and kind of connect with them as we go, that's great.
Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me. Yes, there is peace on earth, and peace that was bound to be. With God as creator, family are we. Now we walk with each other in perfect harmony. Yes, peace begins with me, and this is the moment now. With every step I take, this is my joyous vow. I take each moment and live each moment in peace divine. Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with you.
Thank you all for being here with us this morning. And we'll look forward to talking to you one-on-one, and we will see you next week. Let me know for sure that you're going to be a part of the class.
So everyone, my birthday was yesterday. I turned 78 years old, and so I'm sharing cookies.
All right.
And thank you, God, for 78 years of life. And a whole lot more. It's only just the